So we're live. Hello, YouTube. Hello, everyone. My name is Victoria. I'm a host here on TNT since 2022. I live in Florianopolis, and these last few days I've got in my mind that I want to learn French for for good now. I want to start studying for real, and this is one of the 2024 goals that I set for me. And um, I guess next month in August, I'm beginning to attend French immersions. So that's it. Banda, what about you?
Hello, everyone. I'm Wanda from Niterói, Rio de Janeiro. Two sons, one grandson, one daughter-in-law, and a beautiful black-white cat near me, and a little bit stubborn. And today is a good weather, not hot, not cold, delicious. Is that?
Very nice. Thank you, Wanda. What about you, Fernando?
Hello guys, good evening. I'm Fernando, 34 years old, almost 35. Oh my gosh. I live in Brasilia. I work as an administrative assistant. Um, and in my free time, uh, or I am doing something that I'm super focused on, or I like to go to the movies as well. I have a son, a 15-year-old boy. And today I have a toothache. It's not actually a toothache. It's like the wisdom teeth trying to coming out, and it's terrible, but it's fine. That's it.
Thanks for sharing, Fernando. Brenner.
Hello, guys. Good evening. I'm from Rio, the capital. I'm 27. No children or pets, just plants. I'm a software engineer for 5 years. I enjoy practicing and watching all kind of sports. So this time, the Olympics is very good to me because I spend all my day long watching all kind of sports. I am studying English here on TNC for 1.5 months, and yeah, I think that's it.
Very nice. Brenner, what's your favorite sports?
Football for sure. Yeah, very cliche, but football.
Very nice. Thank you. Hello, Marcio.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. My name is Márcio Nunes. I live from my city called Linhares in the state of Espírito Santo. I'm 45 years old. I'm married. I work with quality control, the industry near with me. And now, this moment is a good moment about the sports. The Olympic Games start. I enjoy a lot too. And now, when I have a free time, I approve for watching the several sports. This is a good moment. That's it.
Amazing. Thanks, Márcio. Grego.
Hi guys, my name is Adriano. I live in Rio de Janeiro. I'm 25 years old. In my free time, I enjoy practicing yoga, meditation, and right now I'm going to start pole dance as well in the weekend. And I'm studying front-end development.
Very, very nice. So once I wanted to start pole dance classes, but I've never done it, and I think it's so interesting and difficult to tell you the truth, because it seems you gotta have a lot of strength on your legs and in your arms. Have you attended one class yet, or you're gonna begin?
No, we're gonna begin. It's more about core strength, honestly, and it's more about balance. But I have a basis on yoga, so I'm excited to start to see how it's going on.
Very, very nice. Awesome. Bruna.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Bruna, I'm 28, and I'm from Brasilia. I've been here in Talking Talk for about 10 months, and I'm also a writer for Talking Talk's blog. I'm studying to be a front-end developer right now. And yeah, in my free time, I prefer to stay at home with my family, watching movies, TV shows, reading. But yeah, nice to meet you guys.
Amazing. Thank you, Bruna. And Lucilia.
Hi, good evening. I'm Lucilia. I'm veterinary student. I live in Salvador, Bahia. When I met Talk and Talk was in the 2020, the 20s, and now I'm a little bit older, but my English get a little bit rusty because I stopped practicing. So now I'm here again to learn again, and to try to improve my English again. And that's it. I'm 22. I'm a veterinary student. Also trying to learn, and that's it. Hi.
Hi. Thank you, Lucilia. And Heider.
Hello, I am with a little problem with my connection. I am connecting my Wi-Fi yet, but are you hearing me okay?
Yes.
So I'm Heider, 34 years old. I live in Araraquara, São Paulo. I work at a special company, how process engineering. In my free time, I like to cooking, watching soccer games, visiting restaurants and pubs. That's it.
Very nice. I love going to restaurants in my free time as well. Thank you. So, guys, is it anyone's first time here in my immersion or even on Talk and Talk? I guess Lucilia and Heider may be in my immersion, right?
No, I participated other times with you.
Oh, sorry. Okay. So, welcome again. Guys, I'm sending you the questions and I'm splitting us in 3 rooms so we have better time to talk to each other. Today we're talking about reconnecting yourself. And just before I split the rooms, I want to remember you that this is not a class, but we're gonna learn it anyway. I'm not a teacher, and we're here to improve our confidence speaking in English. So don't worry to make any mistakes because there's no such thing as perfect English. We're not natives. We're Brazilians, so that's okay. That's awesome that we're here speaking English. So just relax and let's have fun. When it's 10 minutes to go, I'm gonna bring us back to the main room so we can talk more, okay? Did you receive the questions? Yeah? Okay. So I'm splitting the rooms and see you in the end of the immersion, guys. Bye-bye. Okay, so let's go. Grego, Brenner, and Fernando. Let's begin with question number 2 because number 1 we already introduced ourselves. Fernando, what is happiness for you, guy?
Difficult question. I think it are those little moments that we have during our days, our lives, that doesn't need to be something big, something amazing. You know, just little moments. Maybe you are with someone that you like, you are laughing, uh, you are having a good moment with yourself, or doing something that you like, that you feel joyful, that you feel pleasure that moment. So I believe that are many concepts, different concepts. I don't think that is a constant state or things like that. I think are moments. Yeah, that's it.
Very nice. Thanks for sharing. And you, Grego?
Well, happiness to me is associated to dopamine as well. It's kind of when you are on the effect of dopamine and you don't feel joy or something related to. I guess it's the definition of happiness to me.
Very nice. Very theoretical. Thanks. Brenner, and you?
Um, I think I agree most with the philosophical one, the answer, the Fernando answer, that happiness is a moment, and this moment can be different for each person. It's a moment when a smile comes to your face without thinking about it, a genuine smile. So, and this can be a moment with your friends, TV show you love to watch, can be a raise on your salary. It can be anything, depending on the person. So for me, I would say a moment, copying Fernando. Sorry, Fernando.
Not copying you. You brought a great example that Fernando got in the most philosophical part, and you brought us an example of getting a raise, for example, because it's always a good news when you get a raise. So very nice. Fernando, you shared with us that can be a moment where you feel joy among someone you like, when you're laughing with someone, for example. So I'm skipping to question number 5 for you. Is it easier for you to find happiness among other people, sharing moments, or by yourself?
I think it depends really. Maybe all those questions I will answer in that way. That depends because really depends. Sometimes we are with people that we like and we feel happy. Sometimes we are by ourselves and something happens or you receive some good news and you feel very happy. For me, uh, it's both. But usually I like to share my happy moments with someone that I like to. For example, last year I have a huge moment of happiness that I wasn't expecting. That was in Paul McCartney's concert, and I've been there, and I almost didn't go there because I was by myself. I didn't have company, so I don't know. I've never gone to a concert by myself, but I went there, and it was amazing, and I had like a beautiful moment, a great moment of happiness, and I was there by myself among a a, a stadium full of people, but by myself, and I was very happy. And then when I was at home, uh, I wanted to share this moment with people that I like, and I had other moments of happiness sharing about that. So I think are different moments, but they complete, I guess, something like that.
Very, very nice because an experience like that you could share with other friends, for example. But it's nice to know that it's a great experience that even though you you weren't with someone else that you know, for example, because it was a crowd out there, but you still felt joy and you still were very fulfilled, I guess. Very nice. And you, Brenner?
I'm gonna quote a movie that I love to watch. It's something like happiness is only real when shared, you know. You know
I
it?
saw that coming.
Yeah.
Me too. Me too.
And it's a strong phrase, you know, like you can find joy by yourself being alone. Well, when you got a raise, you know, you can be happy at that moment, but it's even more strong when you share these moments with someone you love, someone you like to be next to. So uh, for me, I would say that being among the ones you love is probably easier to get happy, you know, to be happy, to get happiness. So yeah, I would say that.
I agree with you in parts. I don't agree with the quote, although I love that movie. It's very, very nice because I don't know, I can say from my own experience, I can feel joy and I can be joyful when I'm alone in some alone moments, but I guess it gets stronger when we're surrounded with people that we love. But for example, small things that I feel joyful when it's most of the times can be triggered by something outside, but it doesn't necessarily has to be someone. It can be a moment where I take my dog for a walk. It can be a moment where I'm going alone to the movies, something that I love to do, for example, but I haven't done for a while. It can be triggered by watching a beautiful sunset on the beach. So it's very nice when we have someone we like to share those moments. But for me, I guess happiness is somewhere in between peace in my life and the feeling of freedom that I have the choice to do what I want to do, even if I'm with someone or not, even if I'm alone by myself. But if I have the choice as well to be with someone I like, a friend or a romantic pair, for example, but I can choose whether to be or not, whether to go somewhere or not, whether to um, stay in a job that makes me feel so bad or not. For me, happiness is to have that place in my mind where I'm peaceful to make a decision for my own.
Yeah, I agree. But just pointing, you said your dog, you are sharing moments with our dog, so you're with someone.
Yeah, it's not a person, but yeah, it's someone very, very special. Greg, and you?
Well, I replay on Fernando's things. It depends, and I agree with you. And sometimes I feel happiness when I'm by myself as well. And I can say I can see it's the same feeling if I was with someone or friends or something related to. I have an experience similar to Fernando's experience as well. Last year, I went to a concert. It was the Coldplay concert. I went by myself. It was the best show that I had in my life. I every time I remember, I feel I It's crazy. I feel so happy. It was the best moment that I had, and I was by myself. And sometimes I try to date myself because I guess it's important to, we are, our society requires to, that we need to be with someone or be surrounded by people. It doesn't, it is not necessarily true. So I'm trying to improve this side of being happy by myself.
Very, very nice. One of the things that are in my to-do list is going to a concert by myself. I like to do stuff by myself to, I don't know, maybe to always remember me that even if I don't have a companionship to do something I want to, I still can do something that I like. For example, I don't want to skip movies night because I don't have someone to go with me to the movies, because that's something I like. So that's okay to go by myself, because the point is to go to the movies and have fun, not necessarily the companionship is the main highlight point of my night. So going to a concert by myself is something I want to do, because it's such a, I love going to concerts. It's, we have so much good and high energy surrounding us, and it's nice to, for example, here on TNT, we don't know each other very well, but we're here for something, and we all have fun, we all thrive through something. So I want to feel that shared feeling with people I don't know by something in common that I like. So that's it. Um, let's see, number 3. Brenner, do you think happiness is the opposite of sadness?
Tough question, but I would say yes. Both of them are moments, when you feel just sad or happy. It's not a constant state. So, yeah, I would say yes.
Yeah, okay. And Grego, do you agree with Brenner?
I don't know if I agree. I was trying to remember in which case I had those two feelings together, but I agree it's moment, and sometimes you are happy and sometimes you are sad. They are not playing together. They are just different moments.
Very nice. And you, Fernando?
I think I'm gonna in the other way, opposite direction, because I feel they are not opposite. They, I believe in the theory of the movie Inside Out, that those emotions they can live together, and sometimes you are in one state, sometimes you are in other states, and sometimes you are like happy because of something but sad because of other things as well. So even at the same time, I think it's possible to feel those feelings, but it's very
Yeah.
complex to describe
Yeah,
it.
it's very complex, but I agree with you. I believe that they are both, in a way, opposite to each other, but I don't believe that if we're not sad, we're happy, and if we're not happy, we're sad. Because just like you said, I'm giving an example. When I moved to Florianopolis, I was very, very happy because it was something that I've been dreaming of for a while, and I finally made it. But I was very sad on the other hand, because I was leaving my family, I was leaving my friends, I was leaving all the places that I loved to go in my city, I was leaving everything that I knew behind. and I loved my city. It was not because that I hate the city that I left. It was for other reasons. So I believe that they can live together in the same moment, just like the example I gave. But the really opposite of happiness and joy, I think it's when you're I don't know the word in English, apático, when you don't kind of feel stuff, when you just doing life in a way that's everything is rolling, you're just doing stuff because you're supposed to do, and you kind of don't think about what you want to do, what's important to you, and you just do stuff because something is urgent, something you've got to send a report at work, you have to pay rent, you have to take your kids from school, and do everything in a row without even feeling, and without even thinking about your life, and without even thinking about having good moments to yourself, by yourself, and also to make people that you like have feel loved, to feel cared, and to feel something, you know. So I guess that's the opposite of happiness, not sadness, because I think they're complement with each other.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And it's important that we feel happiness and we feel sadness as well. Happiness to to live, good moments, to have a good moments, and sadness to process what's going on with your life. But when you are living in this flat moment that you described, it's like we are not living, we are just existing. So that's really sad. That's sad. And it's something that I am very afraid of, go in that direction and see myself in that point. So I totally agree.
Yeah, it's that moment when you're just reacting to stuff surrounding you. So I'm reading this book, and it's the last chapter was telling you about the difference between you're doing something because it's urgent and you're doing something because it's important, and the balance of life that we have to stop and think where we're really going. So if we're not just reacting, if we're not just doing stuff because we're in a something very messed up in your head, in your routine, with the people that you like. So you miss a lot when you're very disorganized, for example. And procrastination can bring that feeling up because you're just letting things go, you're just trying to do more stuff, and you're not even in small steps doing what you really want to do, just what you think you're supposed to do. So I guess that's the bad part, but it's very common for people in general. If you talk to anyone and know that everybody's kind of feeling overwhelmed, everybody's feeling kind of a little bit anxious, for example, exhausted, working a lot, so many stimulus by internet, by social media, by screens, and so much that we're exposed to. So it's important, just like Grego was saying, to have those alone times so you can reconnect with yourself and think what you really want, what you really like, who you really like. So to be surrounded with people that you really like, not just to be in a place, in a situation because you're already there and you don't know how to live, for example.
We are
Mm,
all going crazy.
yeah, we are.
Okay.
We are. Let's go to question number 7. Brenner. Can you share with us a recent good moment that you had?
Uh, it was a few months ago. I went to Europe for the first time. I went to Portugal and Spain. It was an amazing experience. I was there with my girlfriend, and we we shared a lot of good moments. I've met new people. I've met new places. The difference between uh, Brazilian culture and European one is very interesting. Food, the languages, every place I went to, there was a person speaking a language I I couldn't understand a word, so it was very, very different from everything I've ever lived. And I am intending to do more travels like that. It was very, very good.
Do you remember that the feelings that you had before traveling and after when you came back?
Yeah, when I was going to Europe, I was very anxious in a bad way, like I couldn't sleep and stuffs like that. And when I was coming back to Brazil, I was very tired, I was, I, I was missing my home, my bed, Traveling is very good, but coming back to your home is even good.
Yeah, that's it. It's awesome to travel, but we do miss our homes. And something else that I'd like to ask you is that if your girlfriend wasn't able to go on this trip with you, do you think you would go by yourself? Would the trip happen anyway or not?
It was a compliment because I was planning this travel even before I met her. So when I was planning this travel, I started planning that the beginning of last year, and I met her on November last year. So it was a coincidence because she was planning to go to Portugal to study, and it was all a good coincidence. And I would probably travel even she wasn't there because I was already planning this travel, but I'm not sure if it would be that good that it was with her.
Yeah, it was a great coincidence
Yeah, a great coincidence.
because even if she still wanted to travel, there are so many things that is behind a trip to Europe. There's so many stuff to solve, but that's very nice. And I think it's kind of unfair to try to compare a trip. Can be a trip like that, going to the Europe or any trip with a girlfriend or a boyfriend or going alone. I guess they can be both good experiences or bad, but they're different. I believe that it's very different. The experiences that you had, the places that you go, for sure, the place that you go, it's different when you're having someone by your side, and the things that you can share in real time with the person that's with you. Because when we're alone, we're, at least for me, I don't like to be on the cell phone all the time to share with to share with people what I'm doing, what I'm seeing, what's happening, what's going on. But I prefer to try to know places and to really feel what's going on inside of me, like how I'm feeling with the situation. Am I afraid to be alone? And am I sad to be alone? Am I very happy? And is this joy coming from what's going on, or do I really need somebody to share this happiness? So there's so many different feelings right there, but I believe that they're both good experiences. Grego, and you, can you share a good moment that you recently had?
Yeah, it was the last week when I went to a yoga class on Arpoador, one of those beaches here in Rio de Janeiro, which was an amazing class. And there was a special sunset there, so it was an amazing experience. I'm trying to go again tomorrow. I'm not sure that I will be able to, but it was amazing.
Yeah, it's really special to live in a city where you can easily go to the beach. I love it. It's one of the things that I'm most grateful of, because my recent good moment was kind of similar to yours because it was also on the beach. It was actually yesterday that I was working, and then I turned off the computer and I went to the beach to watch the sunset, and I took my dog, and she was just like running a lot on the sand, and the water was so cold because it's winter. But I ran a bit and I was feeling very happy and grateful for everything, because something that I always like to balance is that I'm facing very difficult moments in my life, but I have been dealing with so many good things going on as well. So those little moments that Fernando was talking about, is this moment was one of those moments. Like, it was something very simple. I was just out taking my dog for a walk. I was watching the sunset, but I stopped for a moment and I saw people playing soccer on the beach, and I saw people running and kids going to the cold water and having such a great time, and laughing and playing. It was very special. And those kind of things, I posted a video on Instagram, but it's never how you're feeling in the moment. It's just a video, it's just a photo. We can't share the feeling, we can't share the vibe through that. So it's really special if you're alone, but even when you're with someone you like, someone you love, it's even more special because you can share those special moments. Fernando, what about your recently good moment?
The scene that you described, Vicky, about yesterday, I was imagining here like a movie scene with your dog running and in the
I felt
sunset.
like that.
It was beautiful. So about my moments, I keep thinking about traveling when a question like this come up. And this time I'm gonna copy Grego's answer and the place as well, because I was there in the sun, seeing the sunset on Arpoador's Rock, right? And it's unbelievable, that sunset. And I was there with my girlfriend at the time, and some of my best friends. So it's like a picture in my mind, and that's amazing. That's a moment that's impossible to describe, as you mentioned, in a photo, in a video, and something like that. yeah, so I would say that moment, but of course there are many good moments. For example, 1, 2 hours ago, I could advance in a project that I'm working on, and I was very happy about it. I mean, it's not something personal, but I felt very happy, and I put a song and start dancing and doing my things and singing around just because of that, of simple things. A hot bread with a coffee, a cup of coffee, that makes me happy too. So there are many options.
The smell of coffee when you you just
Amazing.
make it, yeah, it's amazing. So you said that thing about being a picture in your mind, that moment that you had, and it's very nice because for me, I guess it's also like that with the memories that I have when I go to somewhere where I've been before and that I had a good moment, a good memory, for example. I can kind of look to the place and imagine it happening all over again. And but anyway, that kind of stuff, it's like a moment and a picture where you keep in your mind that it was special. But the last example that you gave, for example, you're getting warm bread in the bakery, you're just making coffee and you feel the smell of coffee. We don't kind of think of that like, oh, that's a great memory that I have. That's something very special. But I believe that some things that happen daily in our life, for example, when you're having such a bad day at work, at home, whatever, but you have a moment like that, it kind of re-energizes about the and reconnect us with the moment, with the present, and we can take a little breath with everything that's going on. And those are really special moments, but I believe it's very easy to let them go without realizing what they do to us and how good they make. So one of the things that I like to think and do when I remember is to try to create those little moments in my routine to make things special. Not only when days are bad, but mostly when I'm having a bad day. But to treating myself to do something that I can feel joy in those little moments, like to turn on a candle, for example. I love candles. To put good music and turn off the lights, to make a very comfort food, a very delicious meal that I like, that reminds me of a lunch with my family, a dinner with my family that I'm very far from them. So those are also very special. Let's go to the last one, number 10, Fernando. If you died today, is there something, anything that you would regret not having done?
Mm, wow.
Deep.
Yeah, I don't know actually, because there are so many things that I want to do. Grego mentioned uh, Coldplay's concert, and I would love go there. It's something that is in my list. So I would like to do that, but it is not something that I would regret because I
Yeah.
didn't had the opportunity. Every time they came here, I couldn't go for a reason. So it's difficult to say that about things that we want to do, because sometimes we cannot do those things yet in this moment. So it's not about regretment. Maybe is about feeling sad because I couldn't do that. Yeah.
But I believe that something like that would be like thinking about something that you had the opportunity, or you still have the opportunity, but you keep getting excuses for yourself not to do this thing. So you can do something, or you could do something, but you haven't taken the opportunity. Can you think about something like that?
No. No, no, nothing comes to my mind now.
So you better
But
think, because I'm coming back for your answer.
okay.
Brenner, can you think about something?
If you asked me that question maybe a month ago, I would say not learning English. But today, um, there's nothing that I would say that I regret for not doing, you know. Like Fernand said, there are things I want to do in life, but those things are need some plan to do, you know, like living in Europe. I I'm not able just, you know, uh, to left my things behind me and go to Europe because I don't have money yet. So yeah, I have some plans. I would be sad if I die today because I wouldn't be able to complete them. But just as Fernand said, I wouldn't regret for anything.
Very, very nice. Grego, what about you?
Well, I used to give the same answer that my colleague said because um there is nothing to regret, honestly, because I believe that if I didn't do this thing, it's because I wasn't ready yet. So everything happens in the moment that they need to happen. This is what I believe. So I couldn't regret anything because if I didn't do yet, it's just because I'm not that ready.
I really, really believe that as well, that everything happens when they're supposed to happen, because there's so many things that we would like to happen and to solve in a specific moment, but I don't know, it's kind of um leaving to the universe to solve our lives. But I really believe that things happen in the way, in the moment that they should happen, even though we don't understand most of the times, because we can't predict the future. We can only live the moment. But as for me, I'm not gonna lie, I agree with you all. I believe that I can't say I regret anything. For example, Brenner said about learning English. I really want to learn French, for example, but I don't know if that should be something that I regret. I know that I have the possibility, and if I organize my routine and myself, I can study more and I can dedicate. But that's not something big enough for me to live in regret or to die in regret in that case. But the last few years in my life, I'm trying to focus to do the stuff that I really believe and I really find important, because I have so many regrets when I was younger about not doing stuff that I wanted, and I regretted about that. But nowadays I try to really go for it, for what I believe and for what I think it's important for me and for the people that I care about. So I don't know. Big regrets. I don't know if I would have something like that. But of course, there are a lot of, I can't say a lot, but some things in our lives that happen that we regret about doing or not doing. But for example, you're getting in a fight with someone and you said something you regret it later that you shouldn't have said. But I don't know. I think that we can deal and pass through some things like that. Okay, so a lot of therapy session here, guys. I'm calling our colleagues back to the main room so we can talk to them. Grego, I'm so glad to have you back here again. Did you enjoy the immersion? How was it for you?
Yeah, I really enjoyed listening to the conversation that you had, so I came back.
Thank you. Fernando, how was the immersion? Did you have trouble finding the words to put your thoughts?
It's very difficult, deep questions. I
Yeah.
love it. You know that I like those deep conversations, and it's a great topic because we don't think a lot about that. We are just living, and
Yeah.
we are happy and we are sad, but we don't stop to think, oh, now that's happening, that's happening. We are feeling this or that. So it's good those moments to reflect about that.
Very, very nice. Hello, guys. Welcome back. Hello, hello. Wanda and Marcio, I saw that somebody left you in the room. It was just the two of you later. How was it?
Yeah, is a good opportunity because Wanda is my friend a long time here in Talking Talk. It is a first opportunity, one immersion only. Wanda talking about the question, about my life, about Wanda's life is a good opportunity. Enjoy a lot.
I'm sorry, I think it was me because I was using two perfumes, two profiles here. One for the video in my computer and one for audio. I'm sorry, I just left the computer. I'm sorry.
That's okay, Lucilia. That's okay. So Wanda had the opportunity to know Marcio even better, to strip the friendship that you had here in TNT. How was it, Wanda?
Was amazing. I love so much this conversation. We're so good to talk with each other. It's more like a real conversation because we talk with each other. It was so good, a good experience.
Very, very nice. So, Bruna, did you have difficult to answer the questions? Did you think they were very complicated, or was it okay for you?
Some of the questions were really hard, but at the same time, they were really good. I really enjoyed the questions. They were really nice to reflect and to answer. And yeah, I really love these questions.
Very, very nice. Lucilia, did you discover or learn something new about you during this conversation with the guys?
I did. I really love eating, and everything is about eating makes me happy. I discovered that I'm an eating person.
Very nice. Very nice. Sitting makes us very happy. For me, is one of the big pleasures that I have in my life is like just I said in the beginning, going to restaurants to know new dishes and stuff like that. Also because I love cooking, so I think it walks together. Brenner, what about you? Did you enjoy the conversation with us?
It was an amazing conversation. It's my second time here on your immersion, and it was a tough conversation because of the questions, and I just realized that you enjoy doing these tough questions, So yeah, it was a a good conversation, good questions, made me think, and I like to think about myself and society anyway.
Yeah, I can't lie to you. I enjoy making those deep, tough questions from times to times. Always, I don't do it always because it can be exhausting to think a lot. But it's nice because I always say to you guys, I make the questions, but I don't stop to think and to formulate my answers. I kind of discover stuff right here just with you because we talk together, and it's for me it's very fun because when somebody answers something, it kind of remembers me something that about me or something about the world that I didn't remember, and activate a memory. For example, that you said about your trip to Europe with your girlfriend, and Grego said about the moment in Ecuador. So it's very nice because uh, I love meeting you guys, and I love learning more about the stuff that you like and the experiences, and I learn a lot with you and from you as well. So that's very nice. Hey there, last but not least, did you enjoy? How was it? Do you want to say something?
Was so good. Bruna and Victoria have a good level of English, good pronounce, helped me a lot. I had the problem with the word overwhelmed, and Lucilia helped me in the pronounce. Always learning here in the talk and talk. Very good.
Very nice. Also, that's a very nice question that we didn't have time to answer here, but for everybody, read the questions and think for yourself to maybe create a moment for yourself tonight or this weekend to reconnect with yourself, guys. So today that's it, guys. I just sent you the survey link. It's very, very important for you to rate the immersion and leave a comment, please. And thanks for being here. I had a great time. I hope you did as well. And see you next week.
Thank
Bye
you.
Bye bye.